My dear students, for class 12th, the chapter which we are already studying, that is human reproduction. In this human reproduction, we have already interacted with various physiological processes associated with the human reproduction. Now, very important phenomenon is to be discussed in this lecture, that is menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle, what we call as ovarian or uterine cycle. This is also called as ovarian or uterine cycle. Uterine cycle. Ovarian or uterine cycle, what we call as the menstrual cycle. And this menstrual cycle takes place in females, human females. It is the reproductive period of human females. It is the reproductive period of human females of about 30 to 33 years. The average life in this is 32 years. That extends from puberty 10 to 14 years to menopausal 50 to 52 years. That means this menstrual period takes place from 10 to 14 years in females when the puberty starts, and this extends up to 50 to 52 years in females. During this reproductive period, ovaries and female reproductive tract undergo a series of cyclic chains. There are a large number of cyclic chains that take place in the female ovaries as well as in the reproductive tract. A large number of cyclic chains take place, which are primarily meant to prepare them for fertilization and pregnancy and correctly form the menstrual cycle. This cycle is very important for pregnancy to occur and to collectively form this cycle. Most peculiar feature of this cycle is the periodic vaginal bleeding called menstruation. In this cycle, the vaginal bleeding periodically takes place in the females, and that lasts for about 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days. This cycle is repeated after every 28 days. The first menstruation in human female begins at puberty. The first menstrual cycle that begins in human females at the stage of puberty, 10 to 14 years. And that first menstrual period is called menarche. That is menarche. So far the length of this period is concerned, in human females, that varies widely in women, but on average it is complete in 28 or 29 days. It is the 28 or 29 days cycle, almost in a month. Mensum means month. The term mensum means month. In a female, successive cycles may vary in length by 1 to 2 days. It is absent during pregnancy. The menstruation does not occur during the pregnancy period. May be suppressed during lactation. During the pregnancy period, the menstruation does not occur. During the lactation period, when the mother is feeding this young one, it is suppressed and permanently stops at the stage when there is menopause, that is 50 to 52 years age. It permanently stops. So far the phases of the menstrual cycle are concerned, there are a large number of phases There are a large number of phases in this menstrual cycle. The first phase is the follicular stage. This is also called as proliferative stage. Or this is also called as post-menstrual or pre-ovulatory phase. Post-menstrual or pre-ovulatory phase. This is the first phase in the menstrual cycle. The second phase is called the ovulatory phase. The second phase is called the ovulatory phase. The third phase is called luteal or progestational. Luteal or progestational or premenstrual or it is also called as secretory phase. This is also called as secretory phase related to the secretion, or post-ovulatory phase or post-ovulatory phase. This is the third phase, and there is one more phase that is called as menstrual phase. This is the last phase, or the fourth phase, menstrual phase. So there are four phases: follicular phase or proliferative phase, or post-menstrual or pre-ovulatory phase. Second is ovulatory phase. Third is luteal or progestational phase, or what we call as premenstrual or secretory phase, and or that is also called as post-ovulatory phase. And the fourth phase is called as menstrual phase. These phases will be discussed one by one in later lectures. Thank you.